You ever wonder what kind of phone you can actually pull out in a public that costs over 100,000 and people don't know? You're looking at it right now. This thing looks like a makeup kit. And, hold on there. Look like a makeup kit. But I'm a man. So it look like me a whole makeup kit. And I look for myself. So hold on there, that's why them brother did upset me. I am still shaken to the core by that intro. Oh my god. The nightmares. Hello folks, and welcome to another episode of Technicational. My name is Peyton Wilmot, and today we'll be taking a look at the Samsung Z Flip 3 5G. Yes, I've been out of it for a while, but have to spend time with the family, and here I am back at it again. Now, the Z Flip 3 is one of the most talked about flip phones for Samsung, not to be mistaken with the Z Fold 3. One flip, one fold. Anyhow, let's take a look at this phone. I have it here in the Panda edition. Anyhow, let's take a look in the box. Although we know you're not going to get a charger in this, the most you'll get is a SIM ejection tool, and that is going to be followed up by a USB Type-C cable. It's like a norm now to not see a charger in these phones. Okay, so before we get too deep in the review, I have to say this. I have to commend the design and the designers for this phone, because this phone is the best feeling phone I held in years. It has no sharp edges. It just feels really nice to hold in your hand and just rub down.
Hi, puppy.
Yeah, John, I have questions, but you know what? Just don't do that again. Don't please. Anyway, the Samsung Z Flip 3 5G has two 12 megapixel cameras for its main cameras. One is ultra wide, one is wide, and it's paired with a flash. You also have a 1.9 inch Super AMOLED screen for the cover display that you can use for widgets and accessing certain shortcuts for apps. And when you open the phone, you have a 6.7 inch flex display that is Super AMOLED as well, and it's 120 Hz. Yeah, that's a mouthful. It also has a 10 megapixel selfie camera that can be used when the phone is open. It's not on a display, it's a punch hole, so don't worry, the quality is good. Also, if you dig a little deeper in the spec sheet, you will realize that the Samsung Z Flip 3 5G is not just a pretty face, it's decently spec'd as well. You get 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. You have a side-mounted fingerprint scanner that doubles as the power button, and it has stereo speakers. Okay, the next thing I must mention is this phone is dual SIM. Well, somewhat dual SIM. It uses a physical SIM and uses something else for the second SIM that is called eSIM. Yes, E as in electronic SIM. I don't think that works out here. So you know me, spec sheet, numbers on the spec sheet, these things don't really faze me, because a lot of times when you actually test the phone and use it, the numbers don't match up the performance. So let's go right into the performance of this phone and see if it's any good. Okay, so while we're on the topic of performance, I have to mention this as well. The aspect ratio and the length of this phone gives you a very weird feel in the hand. And
Papi, tulo, mucho big. Ay, caramba.
Aspect, oh jeez. Yes, the aspect ratio on the screen of this phone and the design of this phone just makes it feel very slim and slender compared to other phones. It just don't have the girth you're used to.
That's what she said.
Why am I no say that I say something? Anyhow, given how the phone feels in your hand, it takes a little time getting used to playing games or just navigating the phone. Just bear that in mind. Talking about performance, now I have to say this, any application you want to use on this phone works perfectly, and if you choose to play games on this, it runs very smoothly. Call of Duty, Genshin Impact, anything you want to play. But there are certain things you need to keep in mind. One, you don't really have a very large battery, so you won't be gaming for any extended period of time. And also, if you use this phone for gaming or any high intensity application, it does get warm pretty quickly. Okay, let's move on to camera quality. Now, this is where I have to say the Samsung Z Flip 3 5G really shines in versatility. If there's nothing else this phone does well, I can say the versatile function of the cameras and how you use them is pretty good. Also, the Z Flip 3 has flex mode just like the Fold 3. So you can half fold this and use it while it's half folded to do photos or videos from a distance, making it its own tripod for its main camera, which is amazing. Okay, so as you can see, we have established that this phone has a very versatile camera system, and the photos and the videos that you see, they look pretty good. There's just one problem. When the phone is totally folded, the main cameras only take photos and videos in this square aspect ratio. There's no way to change this to normal 16:9. Why, Samsung? It's not everybody that posts videos and photos on Instagram. Give us some options. Okay, let's talk about battery life. Now, the Samsung Z Flip 3 5G has a 3300 milliamp hour battery. And you know what? This is a classic case of form over function. Persons want the phone to be slim, slender, fit in the pocket, be really small. If it's going to fit those characteristics, it's not going to have a big battery. But yet still it does have a high-end chipset and has a very high-end display, which equates into this phone not having great battery life. And this, my friend, is a sad pill to swallow. Because of the functionality and versatility of this phone and its cameras, you just want to take photos and videos constantly. But if you do that, it won't last the day. So definitely walk with your charger, well, the cable, and buy a charger. So we have made it to the end where I actually give you my final thoughts on the Samsung Z Flip 3 5G. Thank you for watching it to the end. By the way, have to big up the people them that read so far. But what are my final thoughts though? Well, I'm going to be honest. The Z Flip 3 5G is a beautiful phone, and holding it is like you know you're holding a masterpiece of design and hardware in your hand. The cameras are great and they take good photos and videos, and the versatility of this phone make you want to do videos and photos the whole entire day. Problem is the battery actually reminds you, no, you cannot do this the whole entire day. You know, this is funny. You know, I found myself walking with this phone much more than even my main phone, and wanting to walk with it even more than the Z Fold 3 because it's easy to use. It just fits in your pocket, and you can access most of the widgets and applications that you use a lot without even folding out the phone totally. So the truth of the matter is this phone is actually for persons who want to be stylish and functional at the same time. If you want to see this phone in action or you want to actually purchase it, you can always stop by the Samsung Experience store in Tropical Plaza. They have this, they also have the Z Fold 3, they have the A line, the S line, and they have accessories for your Samsung devices. Anyhow folks, thank you guys for watching the video and reaching to the end of it, which is awesome. Big up to yourself. And also, if you like my content and you want to see more of my content, you can subscribe. It's free. Jamaican people love free things, right? Yeah. And if you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And until next time, please tell your friends, your families about the channel. And thank you again for your support. Until next time, as usual, keep safe and peace.
Snakes in the grass, you gotta watch where you step. Blood on the leaves, you either kill or be killed. When there's food on the table, you either eat or you starve. And when there's sharks in the water, you either sink or you swim. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there.